Um, Reggae was always there as a part of the backdrop for me. And I'm admitting that straight up because I'm not a lifelong Rastafarian fan or Bob Marley fan. I liked the people that liked reggae and those communities, but it really took something more tragic in my life before I found the Marleys, so to speak. And that's a part of this sermon is the lessons that I've learned from the Marley brothers today and the legacy that they live out after their father, Bob Marley. And I came to find their music back when our son was fighting cancer. And it was at the exact same time that I found hope, coincidentally. And so for me, that confluence of these things happened around the same time. And so for me, I feel like this is my new life that I've had. Everyone talks about different stages in their life or different seasons. And our son fighting cancer for almost a year in the hospital, I felt like I died during that time. And then when he eventually did pass away, I felt like everything that I was and experienced died with him. And for those that have been with us on this journey, you know what we've been through. You know the things that, the ways that we've struggled with it. But I started getting these snippets of music and words of Bob Marley's songs. And people were sending me things. And the more that I read the lyrics of Bob Marley's music, the more that I realized it was rooted in coming out of oppression. It was coming out of slavery. It was coming out of having literally been slaves, children of slaves throughout their lives in Jamaica. And so the more that I learned about the music, the more that I felt this resonance with what they were saying, because they all follow this religion called Rastafarianism. And I didn't know that much about Rastafarianism, but Marcus Garvey, who our quote was this morning, was what they consider to be a prophet of their religion. And at the turn of last century, he was writing about the emancipation of the mind. And many of you, if you know Bob Marley's lyrics, he says, "No one can emancipate us or bring us into freedom except for right here, what's in our own minds." And so because of that coming into my life at that time, when we had experienced such horrible death, I felt like the music resonated in me and brought me back to life. And the message primarily, not just the style of music, but the message that's based on the liberation of our minds. It's not just about smoking marijuana, although there's a lot of fans of Rastafarian religion and reggae music that like marijuana, and that is a central message of Rastafarianism, and which I actually, in the concert last Monday night, that was a part of, there was the passing of the herb going on all around, and then one of the songs came up, and it's called Medication. And Medication was by the Bob Marley's son named Stephen Marley, who wrote it, and did it with his, produced it with his brother Damien, and they were both there. And it was a song about medication and about how it's not for recreation, it's medication. It literally saves people's lives. It's not just to make you feel high. And so that was a central message from the Marley brothers that night. And like I said, their message is founded in Rastafarianism, which is a religion. For those that were here during the forum, which was really awesome, I would love to do another forum like that to have people share their ideas of what is religion. Are we a religion? And there have been things that have been changed in saying that Unitarian Universalism is a religion. Well, some don't like the word religion, and it's understandable. And the same with the Marley Brothers. What they follow is a religion called Rastafarianism, but the basic tenet of Rastas is love. And that love is what is expressed in the music, in their culture, and in the way that they treat community, which is the second tenet that I observed and lived in that setting, is that everyone treats each other like family. In the setting where the Marley Brothers were, there were no barriers between people. Everyone was all together. And as a part of that, you felt like you were a part of a community, whether you passed the ganja or not. or some would say, to Rastafarians, it's considered a sacrament, just like the bread and the wine in the Christian churches. But so a part of that foundation of love that they teach is that it's extended not just in the relational family. It's those that come in and have the shared experience, the same desires, the same vision. And that's what we're doing here, really, isn't it? I mean, that's what we're doing here. We're sharing our visions together. And whether we consider it a religion or not, we're still experiencing community. We're still experiencing this common experience together where we come in a place and we interact with each other. That's community. Another thing that I learned from the Marley Brothers, Bob Marley was very active in bringing peace to the island of Jamaica. They were in a bitter civil war when he was active and singing. And has anyone seen the movie One Love, where it showed what was going on in Jamaica at the time? It was civil war. And the one thing that Bob Marley wanted to do was bring both sides together, that there were human beings. And boy, has there ever been a time for that sort of message in bringing people together who literally hate each other and that say that the other person is evil. We live in that time. We live in that more than ever before. And it's a part of that bringing together that Bob Marley stressed. And then his sons are passing on this legacy. Another thing that they stressed was activism. Is that if we truly love each other, starting with ourselves, if we truly love each other, then we're going to be active for the rights of each other. When we see each other suffer, if we love each other, we're going to do something about it. It really is that basic of an understanding. And so as, excuse me, and as we understand that together, it binds us stronger as a community. It brings us together more as a community. With love being our primary focus, with love being our vision, with it being the very foundation of what we operate, we're trying to pass on a legacy here, just like the Marley Brothers are passing on to our world of what their father passed on to them. We share this legacy as as Unitarian Universalists here in this church, in this congregation, in this community, whatever you want to call it. It says church on the sign, but it doesn't matter as long as you are here with us. I think that's the main message, is that no matter if you come from a Baptist background or a Catholic background, no matter where you've been or where you're going, you're accepted. And that's what I've learned from the Bob Marley legacy with his children, is no matter where we've come from, no matter where we've been, we are accepted here as a body when there's love shown for each other. And that is the legacy that they leave for us today. Amen. And now it is time for our offering. Please give generously as you are able. And our generosity recipient for September is League of Women Voters. And you see the instructions there on the sheet, on the bulletin, if you like. Checks with no notation will be applied to your pledge, the operating fund. And please give joyously. Please stand if you are able for our next hymn, 131, Love Will Guide Us. Thank you. Getting ahead of myself. Let's sing the offertory response. Thanks for keeping me straight. Whoever said that, I don't know who it was. Let us say in unison our reading as I extinguish the chalice. Until we are together again, let us go from this place and help each other to emancipate our minds from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our own minds. Go in peace. Amen.